Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English Journey podcast. I'm Tom, and I'm really glad you're here. Today, we're talking about a topic that so many of us think about: how to figure out your life and what you really want. If you're young, maybe you feel uncertain about your future. And even if you're older, you might sometimes feel lost or unsure. Questions like, what should I do? What makes me happy? Where am I going? Can feel heavy.
But here's something important. Feeling uncertain is completely normal. It doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It means you are learning, growing, and searching for direction. In this episode, we'll look at some simple but powerful ideas that can help when life feels unclear. Exploring different interests, setting small goals, reflecting on your past, learning from others, and even taking breaks when things get overwhelming. To bring this topic to life, I'm going to share a dialogue between two friends, Tony and Iris. Tony feels confused about his future, while Iris gives some encouragement and practical advice. Their conversation shows how we can deal with uncertainty step by step. So, as you listen, think about your own life. You don't need all the answers right now. You just need to take one small step forward. Now, let's join Tony and Iris.
Iris, can I be honest? I feel lost. I don't know what I want in life.
Thank you for sharing that, Tony. Feeling lost is normal. Many people feel uncertain, especially when they're young or when they're starting something new.
What exactly is uncertainty?
Uncertainty means you're not sure about something. For example, you might be unsure about your future, what to study, which job to choose, or where to live. This can make you feel confused, stressed, or even tired.
That's exactly how I feel. Tired and confused. Is it okay to feel this way?
Yes, it's more than okay. It's a phase in life where you learn about yourself. The feeling won't last forever, and it can guide you to better choices.
So, what can I actually do?
Start by exploring different interests. Try new activities and notice how you feel.
Like what?
Simple things. Take a painting class. Learn to cook a new recipe. Join a sports team or a local club. These are small, safe experiments. Think of them as little adventures to learn about yourself.
I like that idea, little adventures. I've always been curious about photography, but I'm not very good.
You don't need to be good at the start. Exploring is about trying, not being perfect. When you try, you discover what you enjoy and what you don't.
Okay, after I try a few things, what's next?
Set small, achievable goals. Make them easy to reach. If you like writing, try writing a short story or a poem. If you enjoy cooking, make one new dish each week.
That sounds doable. Small goals feel less scary.
Exactly. Small goals build confidence. They give you a sense of progress. And if something doesn't work out, that's okay. You can adjust your goals and try something else.
I like the word adjust. It feels gentle, not harsh.
It is gentle. Life is not a straight line. Adjusting is a smart skill.
What about looking at my past? Can that help?
Yes, reflect on your past experiences. Ask, what did I enjoy in school? Which hobbies made me happy? If you loved art classes, maybe you have a passion for creativity. If you didn't enjoy group projects, maybe you prefer working alone.
That's interesting. I hated group projects. I always wished I could work quietly by myself.
That's useful information. It doesn't mean you can't work with others, but it might mean you do your best thinking alone or in small teams.
True. I also loved music class. I'm not a great singer, but music made me feel alive.
That's a clue. Maybe you enjoy creative spaces, sound design, playlists, songwriting, audio editing, or even podcast production.
I never thought about audio editing. That sounds exciting.
See, reflection opens new doors.
What if I still don't know? Like, I try things, I reflect, but I still feel stuck.
Then it's a good time to learn from others. Read books or watch videos. Self-help books, motivational talks, documentaries, these can give you fresh perspectives.
Any example?
Sure. I once watched a documentary about a chef who started cooking at home after losing his job. He tried one new recipe every week. Over time, he found his style and opened a small cafe. The lesson was simple: small steps, repeated.
I like that story. It feels real, not like a big dramatic change.
Exactly. Real change is often quiet and steady.
But there's another problem. Sometimes I feel so stressed that I can't think clearly. I freeze.
That happens to many people. When you feel overwhelmed, it's okay to take a break.
A break? Won't that slow me down?
A healthy break actually helps you move better. Go for a walk, sit quietly, meditate for 5 minutes, or simply turn off your phone and breathe. When your mind is calm, your ideas get clearer.
I remember one day I went for a long walk with no music. I felt lighter afterward.
That's a great example. Rest is not laziness, it's maintenance for your mind.
So the steps are explore, set small goals, reflect, learn from others, and rest when needed.
Yes, and remember one more thing. Figuring out your life is a journey, not a destination.
A journey, not a destination. That helps me relax.
Good. You don't need all the answers today. Just enjoy the process of exploring and learning about yourself. Your desires may change over time, and that's normal.
What about support from other people?
Also important, talk to friends, teachers, mentors, or family. Ask for feedback. Sometimes other people notice your strengths before you do.
That's true. My friend once told me I explain things clearly. Maybe I could try teaching or making tutorials.
Wonderful idea. You could start small. Record a short video teaching something you know, or write a step-by-step guide.
I feel more hopeful now. If I take one small step each week, I'll learn what I like.
Exactly. Keep moving forward, even one small step at a time. That's enough.
Thank you, Iris. I'm going to list 3 small goals for this month. Try a beginner photography class, cook one new dish each week, and journal about how each activity made me feel.
That's perfect, clear, and achievable. And if something doesn't fit, adjust and try something else.
I will. I'm starting to believe I'll find my way eventually.
You will. Be patient with yourself and trust the journey.
Before we finish today's episode, let's look at some useful vocabulary from the dialogue. These words are important because they help you talk about life, choices, and personal growth in English.
First of all, we have the word uncertainty. It means not being sure about something. For example, she felt uncertainty about her future career. This is a word you can use when you talk about doubts or confusion.
Now, related to that, there's the word phase. A phase is just a stage in life. You might say, teenage years are a difficult phase. It reminds us that uncertainty is temporary. It's just one stage, not forever.
Moving on, when we want to find clarity, we often try new things. That's where the word explore comes in. To explore means to test, to try, to discover. Example, he decided to explore photography as a hobby.
Of course, when we explore, it helps to set goals. But not just any goals. We need achievable goals. Achievable means realistic and possible. Like, writing 1 page a day is an achievable goal.
Next, when we reach those goals, we build confidence. Confidence is the feeling of believing in yourself. For example, after practicing for weeks, she finally had the confidence to speak in class.
Another useful word is reflect. To reflect means to think carefully about your experiences. He reflected on his childhood hobbies to understand what he enjoys now.
From reflection, we often gain a new perspective. That means a fresh way of seeing something. For instance, traveling gave her a new perspective on life.
But sometimes life feels heavy. That's when we say we feel overwhelmed. Example, he was overwhelmed by too many tasks.
In those moments, you might want to meditate. To meditate means to sit quietly and calm your mind. She meditates for 10 minutes every morning.
And if things don't go as planned, you can always adjust. Adjust means to change something a little to make it better. He adjusted his study plan after the first exam.
Finally, remember that life is a journey. A journey is a process of learning over time. When you follow that journey with patience, you'll feel more fulfilled, which means satisfied and happy. And through challenges, you can stay resilient, meaning strong enough to recover and try again.
Figuring out your life is not about finding one big answer all at once. It's about exploring different interests, setting small goals, reflecting on what you've enjoyed, and taking breaks when things feel overwhelming. Each of these steps may seem simple, but together they help you understand yourself more clearly. Some days you'll feel confident, and other days you'll feel uncertain, but that's all part of the process. What matters most is that you keep moving forward, one step at a time, and stay open to learning along the way. In the end, the journey itself is what helps you grow and discover what truly makes you happy.
To connect today's topic with your own life, consider these two questions. What is one new activity you would like to try? 2. How can taking a break help you understand what you want? Think about your answers and, if you'd like, share them in the comments. That's all for today's episode. Remember, figuring out your life is not about rushing, it's about moving forward step by step. Keep practicing your English, keep exploring, and I'll see you next time.